Welcome back to Paradigm Paradox. Hopefully we won't have any issues this time. The doubt kept coming back, and each time I tried to ignore it. Before I knew it, I'd walked all the way to the outer wall. I thought I was going back to the dorm. I must be really out of it. Moravia and her group always jumped over the outer wall when infiltrating each area. I wonder if they did the same yesterday. Perhaps that's what brought me here? I better head back.
待って。
I thought I was talking to myself, so I was shocked when I received a response. I turned around to see who it was. Moravia! By the way, let me know if it's too loud or anything, guys. I don't know what that means. I only speak English. Theta's uninvited guest was back again. I struck a battle stance, but Moravia kept her distance and smiled at me.
今日は僕一人で来たよ。
What? I didn't sense any malice from her, which threw me off. I also remembered the way she'd asked if I was alone yesterday. You're trying to continue where we left off?
うん。また会おうって言ったよね。
The conversation wasn't going how I thought, which made me let down my guard a little. I still checked my surroundings to be sure, but I didn't sense anyone nearby. It seemed like she really was alone. I don't get her. She said a lot of strange things before, too.
この世界にふさわしいのは人間と害獣どちらだと思う?
She's certainly peculiar, but one thing is certain. Liz and everyone in town were hurt because of her. Right when I decided I'd have to fight, Moravia spoke.
なんだか迷いがある顔をしているね。
See you, Cal. Thanks for stopping by. Oh, I forgot to tweet this out. Thank you to the person that DM'd me. Allow me to tweet. I'm so scatterbrained. I just finished the guinea pig cages. I'm scatterbrained. Which one did I tweet out? I don't remember.
図星かな?
She pinpointed the tiny kernel of doubt I had about the commander. I was so shocked I nearly stopped breathing. Moravia continued, seeing that I wasn't going to attack for now.
君はまだ何も知らない。そのままじゃ誰も救うことはできないよ。
What do you mean? Okay, that is the skip button. Since we played this. And I'm so glad we fixed the sound issues. Can't save Liz, I can't save everyone. That doesn't matter to me. I don't understand what Moravia meant, and I gave up trying to figure it out. I don't care about saving anyone. But as long as I could save Liz, before I could continue, Moravia came up to me without warning and grasped my hand. What?
それ本当? 誰も救えなくても構わないんだね。
I think I accidentally got her route. Hi, welcome everybody in both chat rooms. I hope you guys are having a fantastic night. Moravia's glittering eyes reminded me of an innocent child. Something about them struck fear in my heart. Oh, wait,
答えがもらえて嬉しいよ。
What do you mean? What are you trying to do? Please wait! But Moravia didn't reply. She just smiled and left. The tragedy that happened after was all my fault, and I would regret it till the end of my days. Now, I'm curious. So what I'm gonna do... What happens if we give the other choice? I didn't get what she was saying, but felt important. I had to ask her more. You mean I can't save everyone in Theta?
コロニーだけじゃないよ。この世界に生きるみんなを救えない。
The whole world?
どういうことか知りたい？知りたいなら僕と一緒においで。
I knew that as a member of Bloom's, I should reject her proposal. But Morovia was magnetic, and I couldn't help but gravitate toward her, so I said, "All right, I'll go with you." I took her hand. A few weeks later...
もう慣れてきた？
What the fuck? Why are we working with her? Yeah, that is that way, right? I can get there by myself.
なんかすっかり僕たち側って感じだね。
Oh, we picked a bad choice, didn't we, folks? Oh, Lord. What's the other choice give us? I keep doing it. Let's look at the flowchart. Okay. So we do... I had no idea what she was saying, but since I had been thinking about Liz, I had to ask. You mean I can't save Liz?
リーゼ。
Yes, my best friend, and you heard her. Part of me thought we couldn't keep talking. We shouldn't keep talking. But now that we brought up Liz, my curiosity had gotten the better of me.
もちろんそうだよ。君の親友のことも救えない。
Why do you say that? What do you know?
僕は君の知らないことをたくさん知っているよ。君に真実を教えてあげよう。
What truth? Stop beating around the bush and just tell me now.
ダメだよ。ここにいる限りは教えてあげられない。
Then Moravia jumped on top of the wall. Wait! I rushed forward, calling out to her. Moravia shot me a quick glance before disappearing down the other side. I haven't exactly acted the way a member of Bloom should, but as Liz's friend, Moravia's words rang in my head, mingling with my doubts about the commander. That doubt had now taken root in my heart. I need to speak with Mr. Kuromori and just ask him directly where Liz is. Mr. Kuromori, are you there?
あれ、休みなのにどうしたの？もしかして思ったよりも怪我の状態が良くない？
Mr. Kuromori was at the academy despite being closed. At least that was convenient for me since I had to ask him something. Getting stuff ready in the background. No, I'm fine, but I have a question for you. I'd like to visit Liz. Can you tell me where she is? I cut right to the chase, unable to curb my curiosity any longer. Mr. Kuromori grew quiet for a moment, perhaps because he heard the desperation in my voice.
面会謝絶だって言ったはずだよ。病院にいるけど今は会えないよ。
At least tell me which hospital she's in.
会えるようになったらちゃんと教えるから。君だって怪我人なんだから休んでなきゃダメだよ。
He's not gonna tell me. Mr. Kuromori was definitely hiding something, but I had no clue what. Mr. Kuromori, do you know where Moravia's group is coming in from? Knowing that would help us build our strategy. The question was a little out of the blue, but part of me wanted to test him. And his answer proved that what I already suspected.
もちろん、ずっと調査はしているよ。今日も商業エリアの外壁付近に人が派遣されてる。昨日の襲撃があったからね。
He's lying. There weren't any of our people there, and if there had been, they would have seen Moravia come over again.
話がそれだけなら もう寮に戻りなさい。僕はこの後また上層部と話してこなきゃいけないからね。
I understand. I'll just head back then. Though my heart was beating rapidly, I kept my expression calm and stepped out into the hallway. My tiny doubts had turned into full-blown suspicion. Yeah, he's definitely hiding something. What was I supposed to believe? I went back to the dorm and thought about nothing else until nightfall. If only Mom and Dad were here, I'd be able to talk to them about this. I'd gotten used to them not being around, so I normally didn't feel this way. And I never doubt what I believed in before. Is it that much? Nobody said anything. Hold on. Is that better? Is that better? I, honest to God, had no clue. I'll let you know when the game speaks. Okay. I wish I could talk to Uncle Yashima, but what would I even say? It's not like I can tell him what's really going on. If only we could meet face to face, I'm sure that'd make me feel better, even if I still had to keep all these secrets. Then I remembered I hadn't yet responded to his message from yesterday. I feel so guilty if I told him something was troubling me and made him worry, but I didn't have anyone else I could rely on. I'm sorry I didn't write back yesterday. I was injured, but it's not at all serious, so there's no need to worry. But unfortunately, my best friend got hurt way worse. I haven't seen her since the ambulance took her away, and I don't know where she is. There are certain people who do know, but they won't tell me for some reason. I'm worried I might never see her again. Maybe that isn't true, but I don't feel like I can trust the people around me. I don't even know what to believe anymore. The world I thought I knew is crumbling away, and I have no idea what to do. I wish I could tell you more, but there are reasons preventing me from doing so. All I can say is that I'm really worried. I'd like to see you in person, Uncle Yashima, but that's not possible, right? I know that, but still, you're the only one I can trust. I have no other friends with me here. I know I'm being selfish, but I couldn't help writing this. I'm sorry. Since we can't see each other, at least tell me this. I stopped writing. What do I want to ask Uncle Yoshima? What do I want to say to him? Liz's pained face came to my mind, along with Morovia's soul-piercing eyes. I also thought about Mr. Kuromi's secret. I want him to tell me the answer, but I don't know what to believe anymore, so I need him to show me the right path. I resumed typing, trying to adequately express the doubt within my heart. Uncle Yashima, I have to make a choice, but I can't do that until I know what to believe in. How can I figure out what I should believe? Although I wrote everything out, every word was filled with anxiety. I'd undoubtedly made my uncle worry. But I was at my wit's end, so I clicked the send button. So bright. The bright light of the morning sun aroused me from my slumber. I'd overslept since I didn't sleep well the night before. The academy's still closed, so there's no reason I can't sleep in. But sleeping more would make me feel down, so I rolled out of bed and went to my computer. A new message was waiting for me. How's the sound now, guys? Because again, I didn't know. For me, I don't hear myself like you guys do, obviously. I am good, everybody. I know everyone's just kind of lurking and chillaxing tonight, and that's fine. Tonight is for relaxing and enjoying life. Game's still louder than you? Well, why the fuck didn't you tell me when I fucking asked you that? Hold on. It shouldn't be. There. That should lower it. It's from Uncle Yashima. I leapt into my desk chair and hurriedly opened the email, desperate for his reply.
まずは お前が怪我をしたとはいえ無事なようで安心したよ。すぐに返事ができない状況だったのもよくわかる。
Yeah, I'm lowering it a little bit more. Let me know if that's good.
友達が怪我を負ったこと、そして会えないかもしれないと思っていることで不安を抱いていることが伝わってきたよ。お前の言うようにこんな時こそそばにいて励ましてあげるべきなんだろう。でも本当にすまない。だがせめてお前の問いには誠実に答えを返したいと思っている。
So I definitely can't see him. Although I already knew that, I couldn't shake my disappointment. But as I continued reading, those feelings vanished.
信じるものを見極めるのはとても難しいことだ。それが人を信じることであるならなおさら難しいだろう。誰かを信じてそれがお前の思い通りの結果にならないこともあるだろう。けれどそんな時に誰かを責めてはいけないよ。信じたのはお前自身だ。その決断を人のせいにしてはいけない。だからこそ何かを信じようと思うなら一生懸命自分の心と向き合いなさい。
I'm balanced, but I'm listening with one headphone at work. Okay, no worries.
一生懸命自分の心と向き合えば結局何を信じるかよりも自分がどうしたいかが見えてくる。自分がしたいと思うこと、それがお前が信じて進む道だと思う。迷いながらもしっかり考えて出した答えならお前
Oops, that was completely my bad. I take full responsibility for that one. Sorry about that one. What I really want to do? I'd fallen into a cycle of doubt, but the scales fell from my eyes when I read those words. I realized that it'd be too pessimistic to think I couldn't believe in anyone. That kind of attitude wouldn't solve my problems. Oh wait, there's more. I thought it was the end of the email, but my uncle had written a little more further down.
最後にもう一つだけ伝えておきたいことがある。誰かを信じて裏切られても責めるなと書いたけれど、できればそんなことにはなってほしくないと思っているよ。
Uncle, do you know something that's about to happen to us that we don't know about?
お前が心から信頼できる人に出会えることを祈っている。
Thank you, Uncle Yoshima. Every word conveyed how much he cared. He was usually like that, but perhaps it came across stronger now because of how vulnerable I felt. But now is not the time to wallow. Uncle Yoshima's right. I need to determine what I want to do. I closed my eyes and tried to listen to my heart, and I found I already knew the answer. Me take over the world, too much work, I'll stay home and play games instead. Yeah, basically. I'm gonna take over the world, looks at all the paperwork. I'm gonna go play video games, fuck this. You're gonna have the world. I wanna see Liz. She might be hurt and locked up somewhere. I need to help her. I'll make sure I get to her this time. And to do that, I'll meet with Moravia too. I need to try and find Moravia. So we'll be doing a couple of different games tonight, so don't you worry if this one's not your taste. We'll also be putting up to vote. Again, it's visual novel night, so we'll be looking at Switch visual novels. I can't seem to find her. I searched all around the academy and business district to no avail. Now I was tackling the residential district. I would have asked how to contact her if I knew she'd be this difficult to find. I thought I should give up, but just as I was about to leave, a cheerful voice rang out through the otherwise dismal atmosphere.
見つけた。
I recognized the voice, which was coming from atop a destroyed train. I get a good picture of that. I do like the art for this. Yukinami! I was about to accuse him of wreaking havoc again when I realized what he said didn't quite add up. Were you looking for me? How did you even know who I was? I haven't transformed. I never undid my transformation during our battles. So how did he know I was part of the Blooms?
この前教えてもらったから。
You heard?
そうだよ。まあ見つかっても見つからなくても僕はどっちでもよかったんだけど、モラビアが探せって言うからさ。
Hey Tatsu, how you doing tonight? Been a while. You gifting subs to everyone over on Twitch because you're awesome. You know YouTube, you can do that too.
じゃあ行こう。モラビアに会いたいんでしょ。
By the way, if you do like these, they're going to be on my second channel, Sinfully Pure, and you can go become a member over there and help out that channel a lot. Wait, I do, but only because I want to help Liz. She's my best friend. I need to know how to save her, so please let me speak with Morovia first.
親友って何？よくわかんないんだけど。
Someone who's important to me. I would do anything for her, so please tell Morovia.
合わせてって？さ、僕はモラビアに言われてきただけで、君の言うことを聞きに来たわけじゃないんだよね。
I bit my lip expecting our negotiations to fall through, but then Yukinami sighed with resignation and took out his phone.
ほんと面倒なんだけど。でも見つけちゃったし、連絡しないと文句言われるんだよね。ねえ、見つけたよ。うん、会いたいってさ。助けるって伝えればいいの？了解。君の親友だっけ？そいつはモラビアが助けてくるから、君は僕と一緒に外に出ろってさ。
Really? But wait a minute. Outside? You mean outside Theta?
当たり前じゃん。モラビアに会うってそういうことだよ。
I don't care what is to be done as long as Liz is okay. I want to thank Morovia if she helps her, but I don't want to go to the outside. An amused expression crossed Yukinami's face.
君、こうなってもまだ自分たちがシータにいられると思ってるの？
I'll accept any punishment for seeking your help. I know they may not forgive me.
そうじゃなくてさ、君の親友ってやつはもう害獣になってるかもしれないのに。
A vector? What are you talking about? I froze up hearing those shocked words, which Yukinami apparently found hilarious.
本当に君は何も知らないんだね。害獣に襲われた人間は害獣になるんだよ。
That's why we can't see her yet. Wait, then that means Liz...
まあ、モラビアが助けるって言ってるんだから、君の親友はそうならないのかもしれないけど、とにかく僕は気が変わったよ。君を連れてったら面白そうだから、連れてくことにする。君が嫌がってもね。
Yukinami's words filled me with dread, and for a fleeting moment I had no idea what to do. Give me 1 second. Thought I'd help both sides. You were awesome. Oh, he's 6. Oh, God, it's been 6 years. That's insane. That is absolutely insane. I can't just stand here forever. I made my choice, so I have to follow through. That's like when I saw my my nephew for the first time a few weeks ago, and he's I think he's 7 or 8 at this point, and it was one of those where I was like, I'd never seen him in person, and it was so great, but it fucks with you, doesn't it? To realize how much time has gone past. My own decisions, Liz's safety, the fact I'm going with the enemy, it's a lot to consider. But I can't stay stuck in the same place little by little. I begin to relax. By the way, cannibalistic wizard, I love the icon. I hope everyone's having a good night tonight. There's no turning back. I've made my choice and I have to keep moving forward.
こっちこっちこっちからコロニーの外に出られるんだよ
Actually, I'm going to do something really quick. Give me 1 second. I want to try to add something. I'm going to test something really quickly, guys. Oh, I got it to work. I got the record button to work. I'm messing with my Steam Deck because I'm a professional streamer now. I got a pretty purple one. Stream Deck, I should say. Stop by and say thanks for the archives of Supreme Daddy. Wait till you see what I got coming up for Jim. Somebody showed me some very old stuff of his. Just a second. If you're going outside, I need to transform. The blooms made it very clear that I should never leave the colony without transforming first. There, that should do it. Yukinami watched me transform with a curious look on his face. Apparently, he didn't need to do anything before going out. I guess I shouldn't be surprised, but wow, he's really going outside like that? I had no further doubts. Yukinami was an unusual being, to say the least. I braced myself and left Theta alongside Yukinami. My senses of unease grew. My younger brother announced him and his girlfriend are... Hold on. Why did that pop up? Don't pop up in front of my chat. That's announced with a baby girl a few months ago, and I'm getting my first niece. That's awesome. I made up my own mind to go with them, but my decision was mostly driven by fear. I couldn't let myself feel totally okay with it. And what's all this about people turning into vectors after being attacked by one? Is that a thing that's really happening?
思ったんだけどさ
Suspected what?
人間ってやっぱり弱いね
Congratulations, they're annoying when they get past one, but they're... I stiffened at his remark, but he continued in an airy tone of someone making pleasant small talk.
変身しなきゃコロニーの外に出られないなんてすっごく不便
Whoops. Of course he was referring to how I shifted before we left Theta. It's not that inconvenient when you consider how normal people need to put on an entire protective suit just to go outside. But if Yukinami didn't even need to transform, I could see why he'd consider it a hassle. Okay, well, compared to what you can do, it's a bit of a pain. You can just step outside, right?
もちろんもしかして僕のことすごいって思ったねえねえすごいって思った
Whoa, whoa, whoa. He just lit right up, didn't he? Feeling pressured, I agree. I nodded. Sure, you're awesome, I guess?
なんでハテナがついてるのさもっと褒めてよ
Now he seems unsure of himself. He's got some pretty extreme mood swings going on. It wouldn't be a good idea to offend him, and to be honest, he was kind of awesome. Yeah, you're really something, Yukinami. Frankly, I'm blown away by how cool you are. I sure can't do what you do. In fact, I don't think I know anyone who's like you. So yeah, I think you're pretty amazing. My compliment rang hollow in my own ears, but I'd waited to see how Yukinami would react.
やっぱり僕ってすごいんだ
Ah, well, at least he thought that sounded sincere. Was he dense or simply innocent? I wasn't sure how to handle him. He seemed like a different person than the one I fought. Yukinami suddenly spotted something and waved.
来た来たおいこっちだよ
I looked in the direction he was waving. Oh, my light just went out for a second. Why did it go out? Oh, I see why. 'Cause someone bumped the wire. I looked at the direction he was waving and saw Morovia and Ryu. They were heading towards us. I realized Ryu was carrying Liz in his arms and dashed over to meet them. Liz, hang in there! Liz's eyes stayed shut. She didn't respond at all. Her face was sickly pale like a corpse. When I saw how bad off Liz was, I began to panic. I thought she may not wake up ever again. Liz.
薬で眠らされているだけだから安心しろ。
Sedated? Does that mean she got medical treatment? It does seem like her wounds are dressed. I was relieved, but something about the picture still didn't seem quite right. What did you do? Why is Ryu here? Though it doesn't make any sense for him to be working with Morovia. She's the enemy. Well, it's not like me being here makes a whole lot of sense either. No, there's definitely something fishy about Ryu. Why are you here, Ryu?
気づくのが遅い。
Ryu rolled his eyes at my reaction to his presence. I mean, you look so comfortable around Morovia. Morovia grinned at this and lightly slapped Ryu on the back.
自然だってよかったね。
何が良かったになるんだ。遠回しに存在感が薄いと言われたように思えたが。
You mean you're not? I hurriedly jumped in as Ryu hissed at Morovia. That's not what I was implying. Ryu wasn't giving off the vibe of an enemy. He was just negative. He was just negative, period. He shrugged it off and turned to Morovia. I bowed my head to her respectfully. Morovia, thanks so much for rescuing Liz.
いいんだよ。
That's what set off. That's when I realized Morovia wasn't wearing protective gear either. She and Yukinami really were unusual. But wait, Ryu, do you have a protective suit? You can't be outside without...
俺なら大丈夫だから気にするな。
Hold on. That's weird. Don't worry about it. But isn't Ryu a regular human being? Or is he secretly a vector too? He sure seems to be on good terms with the vectors, so it's certainly possible, but...
ねえ、まだ行かないの？
Why is this giving me such a weird error? Huh. That's weird. That did work. Hey, can we get moving already? Oops, sorry about that. Not my line. Yukinami seemed bored with the conversation.
積もる話は後にして。今はここから離れよう。
Yeah, you're right. After Thanksgiving. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking is around Black Friday I'll probably get one. If we keep hanging around the outer walls, someone was bound to spot us sooner or later. I obediently followed Morovia and the others as we moved away from Theta. I can hear the other one clicking. I fucking hate that. I have to find out if that's a Western Digital, and if it is, never buy that again. That clicking is annoying. I'm just trying to open it to make sure it opens now. Yep, okay, we're good. I fixed it. I got it. It's fixed. The scenery was exactly the same no matter where you looked, and I soon lost my bearings. Come to think of it, where are we going? I just followed without questioning. It was a little late for realization. It wasn't like I couldn't go back. If I wanted to save Liz, this was my only option. If it means saving Liz's life, I don't care if I have to team up with the enemy. I gazed at Morovia ahead of me. She had taken Liz from Rio and was now carrying her. Morovia walked with light steps, unbothered by Liz's weight. There was no way a regular human could carry another grown person so effortlessly. How long are we going to keep walking anyway? We've been walking for ages and no sign of civilization appeared on the horizon. How long would it take to see another man-made object? It's so vast out here. I was starting to realize how enormous the world really was. I thought Theta was plenty big. That was nothing compared to the outside.
Yahoo!
Ah! I thought Yukinami was walking in front of me, so when he popped out and thrust his hand in mine, I yelped in shock.
キョロキョロしてどうしたの？
I was just thinking about how huge the outside world is. This is my first time leaving Theta. There was no sense in hiding it, so I told him exactly what was on my mind. Yukinami made a face as if unimpressed.
そうなの？じゃあ今まであの狭いシートの中しか知らなかったんだ。そりゃ外が広いって感じるよね。
Yeah, I can't even tell up from down.
嘘？右と左もわからないの？
Of course I know. It's just a figure of speech. I'm saying I know nothing about the outside world.
君ってかわいそうなんだね。
I blinked, my jaw falling open slightly in surprise. What makes you say that?
だってあのシータが狭いってことも知らなかったんでしょ？カゴの中で飼われてるみたいなものじゃん。よかったね。カゴから出られて。せいぜい迷子にならないようにね。
Having said his piece, Yukinami skipped off to catch up with Morovia. Raised in a cage, huh? He wasn't too far off the mark. To be honest, his manner of speaking was direct, but he wasn't being malicious or offensive. And when I gave some deeper thought to what he said, a wave of emotion hit me hard. After many hours of walking, a colony dome broke over the horizon. That's a colony, right? It looks like it's in bad shape. Is it abandoned? As I gazed at the ruined colony, Morovia lifted a hand and pointed.
あれが僕たちのコロニー、タウだよ。
Your colony? You mean that's where the Vectors live? Morovia nodded with an air of someone being forced to state the obvious.
うん。昔は人間が住んでいたけど、無人になったのを僕たちが使っているんだ。君とリーゼも、これからはタウに住むといいよ。もうシータには戻れないんだからね。
I think we went down the wrong path. Right, thanks. That's when I truly realized I'd never be able to go back to my old life. It hurt deeply. At the same time, I was relieved. I had somewhere new to live. Still, I was going through a complex range of emotions. That much was certain.
コロニーの元々の上下水道のシステムや発電システムはまだ生きてるから。それな。
Whoops. Wow, so you actually live here, like people? I muttered my thoughts aloud. It was hard for me to picture the otherworldly Morovia and Yukinami doing normal human things. Yukinami turned around and looked at me with a disgruntled expression on his face.
普通に暮らしてちゃ悪い？僕たちのことバカにしてる？
What? No, not at all. I wasn't sure how to explain what I meant. My words stuck in my throat and I hesitated. Forgive the MC, she's a little stupid. When I thought about my interactions with Yukinami since leaving, I realized he had major mood swings. I wasn't sure what triggered them. Bipolar much? Should I try to explain what I meant, or will that just annoy him further? Still, keeping quiet gives off the wrong impression. As I grapple with myself, Morovia threw me a lifeline.
雪並み、彼女に構ってほしければ、これからいくらでも時間はあるよ。今はタウに戻ることが先決だ。僕も疲れたしね。
Yukinami's expression dialed down to a neutral. Morovia's words clearly had an effect on him.
はいはい、わかりました。
I was surprised at how quickly Yukinami obeyed Morovia's instructions. I didn't think Yukinami was the type to obey others. I guess I was wrong. What kind of relationship do those two have anyway?
じゃあ僕先に戻っていろいろ準備しておくからお先に
Yukinami dashed off towards Tao. Within moments, he was out of sight. Hey, Morovia, Yukinami really respects you, doesn't he?
まあ古い付き合いだからね。
Morovia sounded wistful, as if she was recalling events from a long time ago. They go back a long way, huh? Almost sounds like a normal human friendship. Up until this point, I considered Morovia and her comrades to be vectors, albeit sentient ones. I never made any attempt to get to know them. But since it seemed we'd be living together from now on, I needed to start making an effort. We've been fighting since day one, but I should try and see things from their perspective more. They did save Liz's life after all. I really hope Liz wakes up soon.
ようこそ僕たちのコロニータウへ。
So that's where we're gonna leave it, is at Tao. Alright guys,